mighty club, we know, we're on the way to victory. Let's go, we'll fight the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. The Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we've celebrated our Magpie club. Let's go, we'll win the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we're on the way to victory. Let's go, we'll fight the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. The Magpies are a mighty club, we know, we celebrated our Magpie club. Let's go, we'll win the fight, we'll show our might, we'll do our best for the black and white, for we're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. We're mighty proud of the mighty black and white. Cheer, cheer the red, black and whites, honor the crops by day and by night. Lift that loyal banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or be small, we will come out and win overall. While our players keep on fighting, onwards to victory. Cheer the red, black and white, honor the cross by day and by night. Lift that loyal banner high, shake down the thunder from the sky. Whether the odds be great or be small, we will come out and win overall. While our players keep on fighting, onwards to victory.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AFLNT and NITV's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin on Larrakia country. We're here for round 3 action here of the NAWIC Under-18 Girls competition. Tonight, Southern Districts are taking on Palmerston Magpies. My name is Cheryl Schmode and I'm joined by my commentary partner, Stuart Davis. How are you, Stuart?
Yeah, good, thanks, Cheryl. Action's underway, as you'll be able to see on the screen already. I think we might have a goal on the board early with Southern Districts kicking to the right of the screen. It was a bit of a scramble in the goal square, and there was a few players involved on the line just trying to pick up what might have happened there, but looks like no replay of that one at the moment. So a good start to Southern Districts. Of course, the under-18 girls competitions had a bit of a revamp with numbers down in some of the teams. So, but these two teams have both played this year and both have won games. So it should be an interesting contest, as it's Palmerston with the clearance through Tia Graham down towards half forward, but chopped off across half back, and Districts bring it back. But a nice intercept mark taken here by Siana Niesner. Niesner chips the ball in towards centre half forward, just through the hands in the marking contest there, and ball on the ground now, paddled along down there by Elsie Harden, get it out into some space for Districts, and hand pass back into the pack by McLean, but Districts now with a bit of clear air and managed to clear the ball out towards the centre wing, and now an opportunity to go forward. A kick forward by Hannah Berry, but she was tackled as she kicked, but managed to advance it about 20 metres and quickly through the hands, getting it out into some space. Caught with the ball there was Summer Malone. Ball spilt free. Play on's the call from the umpire. A quick hand pass forward by Piper Gotch for Palmerston, and a kick off the ground, but Districts bring it back in towards half forward again. The mark spilled it half back down there by Baldwin. Play on's the call as the ball spills out in the tackle, and it's about 50 metres out from the Southern Districts goal now. Some strong work in close, good hand pass back, and a long kick down towards the goal square. Goes over the top as an opportunity to run to it here, but Bonnie Brown just couldn't handle it down there in the right forward pocket, and the ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have a ball up about 15 metres from the Southern Districts goal. So the side's just trying to settle down. Notice that Palmerston were a little bit short on numbers, so they've evened it up. Here's a chance from the stoppage. That's a good finish, and a goal there to Kiara Rogers for Southern Districts, and they've got 2 on the board early in this first quarter. So Cheryl just a bit loose in defence there. Palmerston ran that stoppage, allowed the free player out, and the goal was pretty easy in the end.
Yeah, it was. They just ran away with it just then.
So we'll just wait for the ball to be fetched over the fence down there, but the perfect start almost for Southern Districts with a couple of goals on the board. As I was saying, Palmerston a little bit short on numbers, so I think a couple of the Southern Districts girls are going to cross, and we'll be putting on a Palmerston jumper for this game. So that's terrific. Gives the opportunity for rotations and players to get appropriate spells as we play in pretty warm conditions here, even though we are going into the evening. But Districts again looking to win the clearance here. The hand pass comes across from Harden, finds her teammate there in Waterbury. Waterbury kicks long towards half forward, but a nice intercept mark taken down there by Piper Gotch for Palmerston. She's looking to move the ball on quickly back inside the centre square, but chopped off down here, and it's Harden again who finds herself some space and then kicks long towards half forward, but another terrific intercept mark taken down there, and it's Nina Dean. Dean goes straight down the middle of the ground. A strong overhead mark taken by Carly McDonald for Palmerston, and they've got an opportunity to go forward for just about the first time in the game as she chips it down towards the centre circles. Ball spills free from that contest. Bit of body work in there and some strong work, and quick hands out, and Tia Graham gets a kick forward on the left foot, forward of centre. Strong body work over the ball once again, but reaching in and picking it up down there was Grace Busuttil, but her teammate eventually drives it long down towards half forward. The ball on the ground, and an opportunity for Rogers once again. Gets a hand pass over to Waterbury. She looks to duck back inside, gets caught with the ball, but manages to get her kick away down towards half forward. But strong defence across half back by Charlie Brady, and she clears out towards the outer wing, but it's all Southern Districts first there by the looks, and was a bit of a raffle as to who would pick it up, but some good defensive work by Palmerston out on that wing, and they've now got the opportunity to go forward. If they can just get clean hands on the ball, it spills forward to the pack again for Palmerston, and just paddling it along in front was Dean once again, and McDonald also in there for Palmerston, but coming back inside was Baldwin with the hand pass over the top, but that went astray, and Waterbury just hacks it forward where Tia Graham chops it off for Palmerston. She kicks down towards half forward again, but again it's chopped off in defence, and Districts will bring it out towards the grandstand side of the ground. Contest for the ball on the ground. Reaching in and picking it up, kicking forward was Hannah Berry, and now the ball's out in some space, and Kiara Rogers involved, but quick kick back inside, and a strong mark taken once again by Rogers. She plays on straight away and kicks inside forward 50. She's got a player running onto this, and it's a foot race between one player from each side, but good defensive work by Charlie Brady to just get back there, get her beat to the ball, and see it dribble over the boundary line for a stoppage in the forward line. So a bit of an opportunity for Southern Districts there, but yeah, just too much foot speed there, and the Palmerston defence were able to tidy up. But here's another opportunity for Districts, and another shot at goal from Rogers, but this time it's gone across the face and stays in play as it dribbles towards the boundary line, and now just trickles over the line, and we'll have another restart at the airport end of the ground, the end to which Southern Districts are kicking in this first quarter. So from the restart, ball on the ground in close, reaching it in and picking up and kicking forward down there was Bonnie Brown, but it's chopped off in defence, and Palmerston take it away to the outer side of the ground. First there for Palmerston is Baldwin. She picks up, gets tackled now, but still manages to get her kick away out towards the boundary line at half back, but Districts first in over the action and a kick forward, and a good pass down here, and player in some space chips it back in towards full forward. It slips over the top. Palmerston players first there, and Laura Higgins just sees it over the boundary line, and another stoppage. So Southern Districts really applying the pressure here as they just keep pushing it, forcing it into their forward 50 and right down towards the goal line. But it's Districts again with a snapshot on goal. It's going close, but bouncing away across the face, and reaching in and picking it up down there was Sienna Kelly for Palmerston. She drives it away towards half back. A good contest over the ball down here, one-on-one contest, but neither player could keep the ball in play, and it'll be another stoppage here just outside forward 50 for Southern Districts.
Both girls went very hard for the ball just then as it went over.
It was a great contest, and now from the ruck stoppage, it's taken away and cleared by Tia Graham. She kicks long over the pack there. An opportunity for Palmerston, try to work it through the hands was Nina Dean, but hand pass just went astray, and now there's a struggle for the ball on the ground. It spills out again to Graham. She tries to make some space, but it's chopped off down here by Willoughby for Southern Districts. She kicks long towards half forward, copped a bit of a bump after she kicked, but all reasonable according to the umpires. And now the long kick in right into the goal square, running onto it down here, an opportunity again. Oh, a strong tackle on the line, sees the player down there in Council run into the behind post, and it was fantastic defensive work. It was enough to prevent what looked like a certain goal, and just put the body pressure on and prevented her from getting her boot to the ball. And now Palmerston bring it back in quickly. It slips over the top, and nicely done down there by Kelly again for Palmerston. She kicks straight down the middle of the ground, but it's all Southern Districts here, and kicks out into some space, going close to the boundary line, but chasing it out there was Niesner for Palmerston. Couldn't keep it in, and we'll have a stoppage once again as the clock ticks down to about 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter, and it's Southern Districts who've been doing all of the attacking, as there's a strong tackle, and incorrect disposal is the call of the umpire, and then the ball wasn't thrown back properly, so a 50-metre penalty will take this right to the goal line, and Taylor Jode Waterbury will have the shot for goal from point blank range. So just a lack of concentration there from the Palmerston player. Didn't get the ball back, and Waterbury has no problem whatsoever slotting that one through. So, as I said, Cheryl, the perfect start for Southern Districts. 3 goals on the board in this first quarter, and Palmerston really struggling to get it forward of halfway.
Yeah, they can't get it passed into their 50 at the moment.
So an important centre clearance here with just a couple of minutes to go in the first quarter, and Palmerston really needing to get their hands on the ball from this centre ball up, and try to get it forward. It's Niesner doing the ruck work for Palmerston. She thumps it long forward, but again, it's Southern Districts reading it best and just swoop back on it and get the kick out towards the wing. Strong body contact once again. Paddling it forward down there was Milkins for Southern Districts. There's a free kick being found here. It's going to go Palmerston's way, and it's going to Sienna Kelly, who drives it round the grandstand side. But first back there for Southern Districts is Lily Harden, the captain, and she drives it back along the wing, but well read by Piper Gotch down here. And she's called to play on now. Kicks the ball into the centre of the ground. Oh, strong defensive work coming off half back there, and paddling it forward for Districts was Willoughby, but it's chopped off and kicked forward, and the chance for Palmerston at going inside towards their forward 50, but a strong tackle on Carly McDonald, and it's a Southern Districts free kick just backward of centre as the ball comes out towards the grandstand side. Well read over the top there by Milkins for Southern Districts. She goes back now and just chips forward on the left boot, gets past a couple of players down there, but again strong in defence for Palmerston is Sienna Kelly. She's dumped after she got rid of the ball, so it's a downfield free kick. The player doesn't quite understand that it's her kick downfield here, but eventually we get there, and Piper Gotch takes that free kick now. Chips it high and long forward of centre, and just on the edge of the square. A strong tackle and slung afterwards was Taylor Anderson, but Districts again well organised in defence, and the kick comes forward, and a nice mark taken here by Maggie Harris. Just between centre and wing on the grandstand side. She chips the ball inside the 50 looking for Waterbury there. It goes past her. It's picked up in defence for Palmerston, but the ball spills free, and now again reaching in and picking it up was Jade Gardner, and the siren goes to end the first quarter. And Cheryl, it was all Southern Districts in the first quarter, and Palmerston with the work to do.
Yeah, sure is. 3-1-19 to Palmerston yet to score. You're watching AFLNT and NITV's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO and TFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin. Round 3 is the Indigenous round, and this weekend we celebrate and highlight the incredible contribution and joy Indigenous people contribute to the TIO and TFL and the broader community. Stay tuned, we'll be back after this short break.
With TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling costs. So get out there and explore. Get a quote today. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
There's an easy way you can boost your business, keep money in this community and help Australia thrive. It's right here at your local Channel 7 station, part of the SCA stable of media brands that also includes Listener. Advertising with us will let the local community know who you are and what you do so they can support you. Advertise local with SCA, the home of 7 and Listener. Head to sca.com.au/advertise local to find out more.
At Muzzbuzz, keep cool this summer with our new range of frappes, including cookies and cream, chai and matcha. You can also enjoy our totally scrumptious range of food and snacks, Australian owned and operated. Muzzbuzz, great coffee is just the beginning.
The key to game day? It's all about having a game plan. I check the turf, check the wardrobe, then check the mic. Wowee. Wow. And when the team needs a pre-match meal, Macca's comes roaming to us. Boy, oh boy. Welcome to my world.
Intersport new concept store now open in Casuarina Square. Come in and check out a world-class shopping experience.
Dedicated sports zones.
Now stocking only the biggest brands in tennis, cricket, fitness from treadmills to benches, boxing, swimming, darts, pool and table tennis. For awesome service and advice,
come and see it.
Still locally owned and operated, the all-new Intersport concept store.
Now open at Casuarina Square.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
Yeah, definitely.
It has to be zero.
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I don't think that's asking too much.
Love exploring the territory? If you do, it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy,
we go.
We're back here at second quarter here. Southern District's under 18 youth girls are playing Palmerston Magpies Footy Club. It's 3-2 to nothing at the moment.
Yeah, the play has started. Districts took it forward early and scored a behind now. Here's another opportunity running into goal. Kick goes along. I think it's just snuck its way inside to behind the goalpost down there. So a good finish and a good goal for Southern Districts once again. So starting this quarter as they finished the first with a quick goal on the board, and just see on the replay here now good use of the ball through the hands and then just steadied and a long kick towards goal, and no mistake from Bonnie Brown there, who's playing out of the goal square early in this second quarter. So yeah, we commented at the quarter time break that Palmerston had the work to do, and that's still the case. They just Southern Districts looking a little bit strong for them at this early stage of the game, but now here's an opportunity for Districts as Tia Graham was perhaps a bit confused about which way she was going and then ducked back into traffic and got caught with the ball, and so it's Districts from the free kick and a strong tackle there on Waterbury. The ball comes out into some space now, and picking up and running around here for Districts is Ava Willoughby. She kicks down towards the 50-metre line where there's a pack of players scrambling for the ball on the ground. It's picked up now, but again tackle was strong and the ball spilt free, and Laura Higgins caught with the ball there. Another good tackle by Willoughby. She looks to move the ball on quickly, but this time her kick is chopped off across half back, and Palmerston the opportunity to come grandstand side. But no mark taken down here, and Districts have got the number advantage, but a good strong tackle, and it's chopped off down there by Kelly, who's been pretty prominent across half-back early in the game for Palmerston. She got caught with the ball, and a quick kick came forward, and now an opportunity bursting away from the pack down there was Brooke McQuinn. She kicks long towards half forward, and Palmerston have got the numbers. They work it through the hands, and now a long shot at goal from about 40 metres out, just fades away from Sienna Niesner, and unfortunately for Palmerston, just 3-4 behind, but it is their first score of the game, so that was a promising build-up, and just a disappointing finish in the end, but better signs for Palmerston as Districts bring it away. Rowlands on the outer side, kicks it down outside defensive 50. Reaching in over there was McQuinn again, kicks the ball back into the centre of the ground, but chopped off across half-back by Lily Harden. She uses it through the hands, and Districts advance it round the outer wing. Again, Palmerston with the numbers, but the hand pass misses, the ball spills out, and now a quick kick forward, and on the end of this one for Palmerston was Nina Dean, but she got caught with the ball, got the hand pass out, but again Maggie Harris is caught with the ball, and it'll be a Palmerston free kick. Just the forward side of the centre square. Tia Graham sees something she likes in space inside forward 50, and that's a good pass and hits Talia Parry about 45 metres out from goal. So it's pretty stationary in front of her at the moment. She's looking for some options to go forward. Tries to run around the player on the mark, kicks long down towards half forward. The mark's spilt down there and on the ground. Here's an opportunity for Palmerston if they can just pick up cleanly. A snap around the corner, and again it was Niesner who was having the shot on goal, but again unfortunately just missed to the right hand side. So a couple of opportunities just gone begging down there, but at least they're getting in the forward line and giving themselves a chance. As it's brought out from full-back by Elsgood towards the outer side, but the mark couldn't be taken, and McDonald sees it trickle over the boundary line, and it'll be a ball up about 40 metres out from the Palmerston goal. So from that restart, a wrestle for the ball on the ground. It's out through the hands now, but not to anyone's clear advantage. Oh, some neat footwork down there by McQuinn again for Palmerston, but unfortunately she was just off balance as she kicked and kicked it out of bounds on the full, so it'll be a Southern Districts free kick down there. It looks like Sade Elsgood will go across and take the free kick, but certainly more promising signs for Palmerston here as we work our way into the second quarter. Elsgood kicks wide to the outer side of the ground. First there for Districts was McDonald, but couldn't control the ball, and now the quick kick out of defence. Sees the ball about 50 metres out. Graham comes in with a quick kick forward, but just picks out an opponent in defence, and Districts thump it back again. The mark's spilled out there, giving Palmerston the opportunity as the numbers come in, but a quick kick forward sees a couple of Districts players in some space, and now they go long forward of centre, but good defensive work again, and Palmerston bring it back in, and juggled mark is nicely held in the end down there by Carly McDonald for Palmerston. So she just settles things down and now chips towards half forward. She had Graham there who just couldn't quite hold the mark, and then got caught with the ball as she tried to burst through a couple of tacklers, and she'll be penalised. So Southern Districts at half back, and Rowlands it was who kicked it, but her kick's been chopped off on the outer side there by Michaela Baldwin. Baldwin brings it back inside 50. Here's an opportunity. Oh, some strong body work sees Kelly go flying out of the pack, but now another chance for Palmerston running into the open goal. Once again it was that same player, Sienna Niesner, and once again she's just missed, and as a kick from 20 metres missed to the left hand side this time. So 3 behinds to Palmerston, all from Niesner, and all potentially gettable opportunities, but play on's the call as Districts trying to work it out of their defensive 50. Graham's over the ball again, now on her knees, picks it up, tries to get the hand pass forward. It's picked up, and some strong body work again down near the boundary line as players try to keep it in play. They managed to do so for the time being, and now it's paddled along again, but eventually picked up nicely down here by Wilson for Palmerston, but her kick is chopped off across half-back by Elsie Harden, and she wastes no time, kicks long down the wing and goes over the top of the pack, but first to the ball running out of defence down there was Piper Gotch, got her kick to the ball, and now a hack kick off the ground by Rankins for Palmerston, but the ball's out in some space, picked up and hand passed inboard by McDonald, but chopped off, and again a free kick's paid here for incorrect disposal. Working hard over the ball was Sarah Rankins, but just got caught with the ball, didn't dispose of it properly, and it's Harden again who clears out of defence, and a nice mark taken down in front of the grandstand here by Bella McLean. McLean chips it around the wing where it's a 2-on-1 contest, and some good work and a nice mark by Summer Malone. She kicks down looking for Waterbury, who traps it well in the end, but then got caught with the ball, got the hand pass across nicely to her teammate, but it's Palmerston who drive it out of defence, but it's chopped off again across half-back by Rowlands for Districts. She gets it down towards half-forward where, again, a strong contest on the ball, and players just trying to paddle it out, and eventually it comes out to McQuinn, but she got caught with the ball, and it'll be a Palmerston free kick at half-back. So the kick comes grandstand side of the centre square, and good turn of speed there shown by Lily Harden. She picked up nicely and kicked the ball back inboard. Now an opportunity again as Elsie Harden comes in and lends some support, but Palmerston defence holding up so far just in the centre square there, now reaching in and picking up. Kicking along was Nina Dean for Palmerston. Here's an opportunity. They've got a couple of players running inside forward. 50 went through the hands. The ball was spilt, but they've still got an opportunity running towards goal now. And I think it's missed again. Yeah. Another opportunity missed. This time it was Tanisha Wilson for Palmerston. They had a 3-on-1 basically, and again just unfortunately couldn't get it through the tall white sticks. But Districts bring it away out of side, and a nice mark taken out there by Elsie Harden. She chips it around the wing, and that's a good pass, and Districts through Maggie Harris looking to go round the outer side. She got called to play on and then kicked under pressure out towards the boundary line, and the ball beats all players out, so that'll be a Palmerston free kick under the last touch rule on the outer side of the ground, and Sarah Rankins will take that free kick. Just looking at what she's got ahead of her, there's a free player inside 50, but that's probably too far away to get to with that kick. But that now an opportunity through Kelly, who swings it back inboard, and ball loose on the ground. Kelly's in there again fighting for it, but disposed of, and it's incorrect disposal and a Southern Districts free kick. So ball comes back here, and it's Willoughby who chips it round the outer side of the ground, but cutting in there for Palmerston was Rankin. Took the ball and ran away from the trouble and advanced them down towards the front edge of the centre square, but kicked nicely smothered down there and eventually got caught up underneath the players, and it'll be a ball up again about 60 metres out from the airport end goal, which Palmerston are kicking to in this second quarter. So from the ruck contest, good use of the ball through the hands, and Districts managed to win the clearance, but a nice intercept mark taken down here, and a chance for Palmerston on the to go the outer side. Michaela Baldwin that was, who kicks it out towards the boundary line. It's going to trickle over, and it'll be a Southern Districts free kick to Montana Johnston out there at half back. So she's looking to move it quickly, where she's got a couple of players, but that's nicely read and nicely intercepted by Carly McDonald for Palmerston. There's a 50-metre penalty for movement on the mark, I think, so this will give... sorry, Cheryl.
Must have called stand and the girl ran and jumped over the mark then.
Yeah, exactly. So this will bring McDonald well inside forward 50. There's no one on the mark at the moment. If she chooses to play on, I think she's going to now. She tumbles a kick down towards the forward pocket and it bounces over the boundary line. And it'll be a ball up again. And the clock just ticking down, only about half a minute to go, so it's deep in Palmerston's forward line. There's, if they can get their hands on the ball from this stoppage, they may have a chance to get that elusive goal on the board, as we have the ball up now and hit forward, nicely taken out of there in the contest, swinging around and getting the hand pass across to Graham. Graham, a long kick into the goal square, but good defensive work and good mark, but yeah, some great work down there by Jade Gardner, who read the ball out of the ruck contest, but Districts held strong in the end, and still no goals on the board to Palmerston at half time, but they certainly dominated the action for the second half of that second quarter. And after Districts kicked an early goal, an early behind and goal, it was all Palmerston, but just couldn't get the majors on the scoreboard. But certainly that's a lot more encouraging for their chances going forward, Cheryl.
Yeah, a lot more encouraging. They had a lot more of the play here at TIO Stadium. It is 4-2 Southern Districts to Palmerston, 4 behinds. You're watching AFLNT and NITV's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin. Round 3 is Indigenous Round, and this weekend we celebrate and highlight the incredible contribution and Indigenous people contribute to TIO, NTFL and the broader community.
Gatherings or casual we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making it.
Magro gives it back to Silver. Silver stumbles, then gives a handball onto Cree. Cree's got pace to burn and does. Right foot shot at goal. Has he put it through? I think he has.
Once again, something from nothing there.
Ball let go. Silver now can pick up the loose ball. He tries the right foot inside out. It's going to bounce and bounce and bounce and be picked up by Magro, who gets his second for the day. And there, let go, play on. Roberts. Now it's loose. Magro again sockers it onto Silver, who fumbles once but doesn't fumble a second time. And Silver, if I'm not mistaken, that's his first goal of the day. Bowles. Kadanak cuts it off. O'Sullivan onto Turnbull. Turnbull from 48 out on the right foot puts it through.
He's a quality player, Robbie Turnbull.
He's had a few touches. Joel Stevens has picked out Cree. He'll probably end up kicking from about 48, maybe a bit 45. Comes in a bit close to the man on the mark, but looks pretty good. He's getting a round of applause from his teammate on the line, and that's
it's a pretty good
through for
indication,
him.
Isn't it?
It is, and that's his third for the day. Oh, Brew got his fingernails on it. Thomas Clark doesn't it? Just sockers it out of the air and bounces through, and I don't think anyone's touched this. Clark scores. Well, that's going to be a nominee for the goal of the year for sure.
That's great.
Hands up, it's intercepted by Chiravella. Now with Ryan, co-captain, kicks it deep into a one-on-one in the forward line with Neil the target. Sockers it off the ground, he gets pints first. It's Christopher Neil at full forward. Play on, moving it quickly.
Nice
Quick hands. And pint, another shot on goal. Neil at full forward. Takes possession, snaps over the top. Has that gone through for a goal? It has.
Yes, it has. He's played on quickly there, though.
Gets it to Ryan. Ryan dances around one, kicks towards goal. Umpire moves, but it goes through the big stick. So Pint get their third. They've started this game on fire, and this could be a sign of things to come. First to it. Tries and paddles it to his own advantage. Little one-handed pickup. We love to see that, don't we? Now gets it to Harvey. He goes inboard. Finds his player, he goes on goal, plays on immediately, and that is Palmerston's first of the night. 6 points through.
I think you could have done with that extra 10 metres.
So now it's Metcalf. He kicks towards goal.
That looks more promising.
In fact, that was Farah. So he gets one. Back their way. Whack gets the ball out. Betts taps it to his advantage. Throws it on the boot. Goes long. Pedersen at the drop of it. He jumps. Can't take the mark. Farah takes it, wrapped up, hands out. Now comes G. That's a great kick there from Shadforth. It's gone through. What a goal. He goes short to Betts. Umpire calls play on.
And
Betts snaps towards goal, and it's gone through. No.
Yeah,
touched on the line, or umpires will confer.
I think he's behind the goal umpire when he touched that. Yeah, all the players are walking back towards the middle, I think.
Goal,
goal
to hit the lead. And I also think if Pint get the next one, or don't let them get in front, it'll be hard.
That could be the first of it.
There we go. So Farah, he gets a second. He does.
Yep, if Eddie asked for it, you think you'd give it to him?
Eddie runs around one, kicks towards goal. Has it gone through?
It has.
And the Magpies hit the front. Now finds Kyle into Irving. Bounces around him. Throws it on the right. Goes to the hot spot. There's a player lurking at the back. Can he take it? No, it's spoiled. Matt Ryan, the captain, will be first to it. On his left, his favoured side. He snaps towards goal. It's gone through. So Pint back in front. And listen to the crowd.
back after half-time. It's three-quarter time, about to be third quarter here at TIO Stadium. I'm Cheryl and I'm joined by Stu Davis as we watch Southern Districts taking on Palmerston Magpies under-18 youth girls.
Yes, Cheryl, it's Districts by 22 points at half-time, but as we said going into the half-time break, signs are a lot more encouraging for Palmerston in the second half of that second quarter, where they had multiple opportunities to score but failed to score any majors. But you would imagine that they'd come out with a lot more confidence in this second half as play's underway, and from the restart no one gets a clear hit out, and Districts the opportunity, but nicely picked up but beautifully smothered down there, and reaching in was Sienna Kelly, who got bundled in the back, and she'll take the free kick, and she's been a pretty good player all night for Palmerston, and she kicks long down towards half forward. Just Mark spilled at half forward, and now Districts the opportunity to mop up back here, and they use it nicely through the hands and eventually get it out wide, and a long kick down just forward of the wing, and eventually picked up down there by McDonald, who just kicks it down towards half forward, picked up by Graham with a quick hand pass out, and now Gotch for Palmerston thumps it back forward of centre for them, but nicely cleaned up by Harden again across half back for Southern Districts. Trying to burst through the pack there was Kelly once again for Palmerston, and Districts get a quick kick forward and get it down to half forward, just inside forward 50. Some nice work inside there by Kiara Rogers. Got tackled, got the hand pass across, and Palmerston now the chance to work it out of defence. Graham gets a quick kick out, and nicely controlled running through there by Charlie Brady. She kicks long down towards half forward, and running onto it here, an opportunity. Palmerston have got a 2-on-1 if they can get their hands on the ball, but just a bit of unnecessary grabbing there, and it's a Southern Districts free kick across half back, which just blocks off that opportunity that Palmerston had. Harden kicks long around the wing, and again it's Districts with numbers over the ball. A dribble kick forward sees Tia Graham just tow it off the ground and then follow it up herself and overran it, but coming in support was Sienna Kelly. Nice clean work, but kick again is astray and chopped off across half back, and again the kick's astray here, and now Wilson for Palmerston goes long towards half forward. She's got a player in some space there, Talia Perry. She picks up now, but nicely tackled down there. Gets the hand pass away eventually, and working in over it again for Districts was Montana Johnston, who laid that tackle previously. Picked up and ducking around was Elsie Harden. She kicks long into the centre of the ground, and Districts have got some numbers, but the tackle's laid, the ball spills free, and it's a Palmerston free kick in the middle of the ground, and it's going to Jade Gardner in there. Gardner looking to switch the ball grandstand side, and that's a good kick and a good mark, and running on Tia Graham runs through the centre of the ground, kicks long inside forward 50. Running onto the ball down there for Palmerston was McQuinn, but couldn't pick it up, and Districts in defence try to work the ball outside defensive 50, which they've done now. In there again was Graham for Palmerston, picked it up, hand passed it forward, but it's Palmerston, the Southern Districts defenders working hard across half back to try to repel the attack that's coming, and eventually they win themselves a free kick here at half back, and a kick out of defence by Johnston finds a teammate Willoughby on the outer side. She chips it around looking for Waterbury close to the boundary. She picks up now, ducks back inside, goes by hand back to Willoughby. Willoughby chips it around the outer side, but nice intercept mark taken by Sarah Rankins out there for Palmerston. There's no one on the mark, and she's called to play on. The Districts player fell over, which made it pretty easy for Jade Gardner down there, who runs on and kicks nicely, and McQuinn takes the mark down there. She chips the ball inside forward 50, and getting her hands to it was Higgins. Just couldn't control it, but she's still fighting for the ball on the ground. She reaches in now and picks it up, gets tackled with it. The ball spills out, play on's the call, and Districts eventually work it through the hands, and they've got some numbers out here, but the bounce evades them, and Graham comes in again, runs around, chips a kick forward, but that one's going to trickle out of bounds, and that'll be a Southern Districts free kick at half back. And going across there will be Montana Johnston, I think, the nearest player, although running past her to take the free kick is Elsie Harden. So Harden now plays on and kicks down towards the wing again. Good defensively there for Palmerston was Rankins. Quick kick out of the pack from Gotch, didn't travel very far, and Districts again get their hands on the ball, and Waterbury kicks it back into the centre of the ground, but it's all Palmerston there as Baldwin kicks it down towards half forward, but again it's misdirected, and Southern Districts work it away towards the grandstand side of the centre circles, and the mark's taken by Bella McLean. McLean kicks forward of centre, working back there. Strong tackle. Play on's the call as Gardner's in there again, gets a hand pass across. This time it's chopped off by Brown for Districts, but then just couldn't control the ball afterwards. She's in there fighting for it again, as is Gardner for Palmerston, and it's Palmerston who managed to work the ball out of defensive 50 and into the centre square, and now some good use of the hands, and again it's Sienna Kelly for Palmerston. She's bundled over after she kicked the ball that went unseen by the umpires, and play on's the call as the mark's taken across half back, and Elsie Harden clears away inside centre 50. Strong work over the ball and strong tackle, and that's a free kick to Piper Gotch for Palmerston. She's looking to play on quickly now. She kicks forward, and a good pass and a good mark taken by Sarah Rankins. So Rankins just looking at what's in front of her, kicks inside forward 50. Flying at the ball was Niesner, but couldn't control it, and now Districts pump it out of defensive 50 again, but cutting across was Charlie Brady for Palmerston. Kicks long inside forward 50. There's a foot race down here as the ball's loose at the back of the pack. Working in hard there is Niesner for Palmerston. Gets a kick to it. It's dribbling towards goal. Is it going to get there? Strong defensive work.
Great defence there.
Yeah, it was Ava Milkins who just got back there in the nick of time, got a hand to the ball, and rushed it through for another Palmerston behind. So Districts bring it in, but not much distance on the kick in, and Palmerston have got it inside their forward 50 still, but it's worked back out of there now as Tanisha Wilson's working hard over the ball for it, and now Districts have got a couple of players out. If they can get it out, they do. McDonald through to Harris by hands, and all of a sudden they've got it up to the centre of the ground, and hooking round was McLean with a quick kick forward. But the ball bouncing free in the centre square. A nudge given there. Play on's the call as Graham picks up, runs away from the trouble and kicks long towards half forward. A big leap from behind by Niesner. Got her hands to the ball but couldn't take the mark, and now the ball's on the ground at her half back, trying to duck back into trouble. There was Ava Milkins, and she got caught with the ball, and it'll be a Palmerston free kick, and Sarah Rankins now from 50-metre line kicks long towards half forward, but once again a terrific intercept mark, and Harden chips it around to half back, and Districts are out of trouble once again as they bring it out towards the wing. Good use of the hands by McLean. Got it back to Waterbury. Waterbury inside the centre square, but it's chopped off this time and thumped back in by Dean for Palmerston. But again, Districts holding strong across half back. The dribble kick as the tackle was laid comes out. Dean's in over the ball again. Picks up now. Kicks inside forward 50. The ball just goes past the players down there. But again, it's Districts through Harden who tidy up. But again, it's chopped off. And an intercept mark is taken here by Piper Gotch. She wastes no time. Swings round and kicks high in towards half forward. Ball on the ground is picked up by Higgins. She got tackled with the ball, and the ball spilt free, and it's a free kick for incorrect disposal once again, and good use of the ball out of defence, and Willoughby takes the ball out to the wing on the outer side. Fighting over the contest there was Brown for for Districts as they go forward, down towards half forward now. An opportunity with a hand pass inboard by Harden. But it's Palmerston working hard in defence now. It's a strong tackle over the shoulder, in fact, is what it's been called. That's what it looked like initially, and clever, cheekily done in the end by Sienna Kelly. Just ran off with the ball, had a bounce, and then kicked it forward and found her teammate Dean. Dean, not the best of kicks as it scrubs along the ground a bit, and District's able to chop that off, but the tackle was laid and the free kick's been paid, and it's Niesner who wastes no time looking to run past players, but all she did was run herself into trouble and got caught with the ball, and it's a Southern District's free kick at half back as they look to chip it around the outer side of the ground, and that's nicely done and marked out there by Willoughby. Willoughby's got a couple of players out here if they can work out who's going to pick it up, but fighting hard on the ground again was Baldwin for Palmerston as neither side can get it out into some space. They do now, and a quick kick forward by Rowlands for Southern Districts gets it down to half forward. Cutting across there was Gardner for Palmerston, working hard over the ball. Again, a scrap for the ball on the ground, and it was picked up by Sienna Kelly, but she got tackled and the ball spilt free, and she'll be penalised. So Southern Districts with the free kick. Summer Malone it is, at about 50 metres out on the outer side of the ground. She chips it inside forward 50 now. Ball slips over the back and scooped out of trouble there and picked up by Graham. Now she runs away around the back of the pack and kicks long outside defensive 50 and inside the centre square. Running onto it down there was Baldwin, just couldn't control it unfortunately for Palmerston, and gave the District's opponents the opportunity to come in. Maggie Harris working forward over there. Baldwin's back involved again, but again the ball spills out, and again it's Harden who kicks inside forward 50, but chopped off this time in defence by Charlie Brady for Palmerston. She plays on and kicks it inside the centre square, and Palmerston have got some numbers here now. The quick hand pass by Higgins just missed the target, and Elsie Harden done a power of work across half back and again tidies up, but strong body work in there by Michaela Baldwin, and she got wrapped up in the tackle in the end, and Alexis Rowlands hands the ball back to the man in green, and we'll have a ball up inside the centre square. So from the restart, ball on the ground, reaching in over there was the ruck player McDonald, but couldn't control it, and Districts take it forward. They've got it inside forward 50, but the mark's taken now by Malone. She plays on quickly, kicks long towards the goal square. It's bouncing towards goal, bouncing, running onto it down there was Kiara Rogers, and again another opportunist goal, a great finish, and good work by Districts. Just got it into some space over the pack of players, and Rogers ran onto it. She was under some pressure, but managed to keep her composure, get her hands on the ball and put it through for the first goal of the quarter.
Yeah, she had quick feet then as she got the ball to the foot.
So it's been a long time coming in this third quarter. We're only about a minute to go in the quarter, and so that's the first goal of the quarter. Again, it's Palmerston who've had the ball in their forward line, had some opportunities, but just haven't been able to find that clear space to get settled shots on goal. But so Districts stretch that lead out to 27 points late in the third quarter as the restart again. The hit-out's down and running onto it. Down there was Harden for Districts, but Palmerston used the ball nicely through the hands. Quick kick forward, but this one should be chopped off, and it is. And the kick inboard by McDonald finds her teammate Summer Malone. Malone looking to move the ball on quickly inside forward 50, but well read in defence by Nina Dean as she takes the mark just as the siren goes. And that's the end of the third quarter, Cheryl. Another tight contest, but Districts got the only goal of the quarter.
Yeah, Districts 5-2, 32 to Palmerston 5 behinds. You're watching AFLNT and NITV's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin. Round 3 is Indigenous Round, and this weekend we are celebrating and highlighting the incredible contribution that they make to the NTFL and broader community. Stay tuned for after this short break. Well, we're back again, ready to start the fourth quarter here at TIO Stadium. Districts taking on Palmerston Magpies under-18 girls.
Yeah, as you reminded me earlier, Cheryl, this is actually a replay of, or a rematch of last year's grand final, where Districts again came out on top in that one. But of course, at age group level, the sides change a fair bit. But Southern Districts looking like they'll be strong again this season as play's underway, and a quick kick forward, nudge out there, but reaching in and picking up, hand passing over the top nicely was Lucy McDonald. Got it to Busuttil, who kicks the ball into the centre of the ground for District. She's mopping up again out there, and kicks out towards the outer side wing, working hard over the ball as she has been all night, was Michaela Baldwin for Palmerston. She hand passed to herself, then hand passed forward, and followed up with a quick kick forward. Palmerston have got the ball inside forward 50 now, but working back over it. Southern Districts with the chance. Busuttil in there again, just got worried out of it, but recovered nicely to get a hand pass from the bottom of the pack and give Districts the opportunity to clear it out of defence. They've got the ball inside the centre square now, but the hand pass misses the target, and Graham picks up for Palmerston, runs around and kicks long inside forward 50. But Districts again strong across half back. That's a good tackle following up, and it's Tanisha Wilson who laid that tackle for Palmerston, and it was rewarded with the free kick. She's looking what's ahead, tries to chip it forward, goes over the top of her teammate Niesner there, and gave Districts the opportunity to clear out of defence. But Palmerston got a bit of a wall set up there. Graham's turned her back on the play. She's got some sort of injury as she's hobbling off, and now the Districts have got it down to the centre of the ground, but ball loose at the front end of the centre square for Palmerston, as running out of defence is Lily Harden for Southern Districts. She kicks down towards half forward, and some clever work down there by Kiara Rogers. Just broke away and now kicks long inside forward 50. It's an open forward line down there. As going in for Districts was Hannah Berry. She picked it up but got tackled, and that was great defensive work. Michaela Baldwin once again, and in that one-on-one contest did really well to prevent District from scoring, and that's a good pass to the outer side of the ground, but unfortunately the mark just spilt there by Montana Johnston as the ball spills into the centre square, and Districts the opportunity again. It's picked up, and a kick inside forward 50, reaching up with the one hand. The mark couldn't be taken. Waterbury on at ground level picks up, swings around now, kicks towards goal. It's bouncing towards the behind line and just beats Hannah Berry over the line and through for a behind only. So the first score of the final quarter is that behind to Southern Districts as Palmerston bring the ball in quickly, and Districts hands on the ball again. Another opportunity. Again, working hard in defence for Palmerston was Michaela Baldwin. Almost could have won herself a free kick there, but play on's the call as ball spills out now. A quick hand pass out, and Berry gets a quick kick in towards the forward pocket. Bella McLean following up out there. Hand passes over the top, but eventually couldn't keep the ball in play, and we'll have a stoppage about 20 metres from the Southern Districts goal. Taken out of the air by Waterbury down there. Hand passed over the top. A kick inboard is dangerous. Falls into the hands there of Hannah Berry, and she just takes a couple of steps, has the shot on goal, and finishes nicely. So yeah, just a dangerous kick back inboard from the stoppage, and Berry just controlled it nicely, took the nice mark, and settled herself and just banged through the goal. You just see on the replay there, wasn't under much pressure in the end, and just settled and kicked nicely. Good finish. So that was if they needed a sealer, that was probably it, Cheryl. But I think the game was probably gone before that. Although Palmerston have showed some signs that they can be a competitive outfit this year.
Yeah, they've had a fair bit of the play this last half of the game.
So from the restart, it's Districts trying to work it through the hands out the back of the pack. Nicely picked up and hand passed across by Harden there. Chip kick forward by Anderson. She follows it up herself, and now gets on the end of the hand pass. Slung in the tackle as the ball spills free, and she'll be penalised. She tried to take on the tackler, and it's Tia Graham, who's obviously recovered from whatever injury she had before, and she'll take the free kick, kicks down the line, but strong mark in front of the pack taken by Lucy McDonald, and she kicks to the outer side of the ground. Getting her hands to it out there was Taya Anderson, but couldn't hold it. Graham in there again over the ball. Now paddles it forward, looking to get it to the advantage of her teammates out there. Jogging after it is Laura Higgins, and she ducks back inside, but unable to get her boot to the ball, and she's penalised, and it's a free kick to Grace Busuttil for Southern Districts at half back. Busuttil chips along the wing, but the bounce evades her teammate, ducking in over the nose over the ball. Sienna Kelly once again kicks long towards half forward. That's a great mark taken overhead by Sarah Rankins for Palmerston, and she's just outside the forward 50, looking around at what options she's got. She hasn't got much deep. She's called to play on in the end, and tumbles the kick forward, and it's chopped off by Busuttil once again. Forward Districts across half back. Just a lack of any sort of system or movement going forward there has cost Palmerston the opportunity. That's a good pass coming out of defence, and Lily Harden kicks straight up the middle of the ground. Oh, a strong overhead mark taken by Bella McLean in the centre of the ground. She again goes straight down the middle of the ground. Getting her hands to the ball out there was Hannah Berry, but spilt to the front. She recovered well, hooked the kick around the corner, and now ball loose on the ground as under pressure. District's trying to work it forward, picking it up and just running forward here as Kiara Rogers goes for a bounce, loses control, and I think she was called to have run too far perhaps. But anyway, it's a Palmerston free kick as they bring it out of defence, and running onto it down there was Kelly, but she was beaten to the ball, and District's the opportunity now, going inside forward 50. Picked up and kicked forward by Lily Harden, goes right to the goal square. Working back for Southern Districts is Baldwin. Hand passes out in front of herself, picks up again, and then gets caught with the ball. She didn't have much support down there, and it's the pressure from the Southern Districts forwards in the end, and I think it's Hannah Berry who will take the free kick, and I think she's kicked into the player on the mark, and ball spilt forward, and has cannoned into the behind post, so it'll be a ball up deep in the forward pocket for Southern Districts. So from the restart, doing the ruck work was Charlie Brady for Palmerston. Couldn't control it in the end. I think she might have caught a high tackle there. That's the way the umpire's seen it, and so bit of relief there for Palmerston as Districts had their hands on the ball looking to score again, but Charlie Brady will take the free kick in the back pocket. So she goes straight down the middle of the ground. She has a player there in Higgins who got her hands to the ball, gets the hand pass out now, and ball's slung back inboard. The umpire said that was a throw. It did look a bit dubious, and Southern District's free kick. Just working out who's going to take that kick, and it's going to be Katie McDonald. She chips the ball into the forward pocket, but the bounce favours Palmerston back there. There's a free kick given its incorrect disposal once again, so another good tackle by Hannah Berry. She plays on now, runs past around the player on the mark, kicks long towards goal, and the finish is good once again, so that's her second goal for the quarter, and Southern Districts just piling on the pain now with a couple of goals early in this last quarter and stretching that lead out, and the Palmerston players looking a bit weary as the clock ticks down towards the end of the game. They've battled pretty hard all night, but just things haven't gone their way on the scoreboard, Cheryl.
No, they haven't. They had a fair bit of play during second and third quarter, but now that's just starting to run away with it. Yeah,
District's just a bit more efficient in the forward line and taking their opportunities as from the restart. It's a nice tap down and a hit out, and Bonnie Brown running onto it down there. Just got tackled with the ball and spilled out. Play on's the call as it gets down towards half forward. Pack of players around the ball as they try to work it out. Eventually the ball's reefed out and gives Rankin the opportunity to run onto it. Her kick's chopped off and nicely marked by Elsie Harden at half back, but there's a free kick, I think. Just trying to work out what's happening here.
I think he's paid a
downfield free kick, yeah. So it's a Palmerston free kick to Sarah Rankins, and she tries to kick long but kicks into the player on the mark, unfortunately, and the ball spills out the back. Now here's a hook around the corner. It's going towards goal, but again
offline again
across the face. That was Bonnie Brown this time, but unfortunately again Palmerston just can't get it through the middle. So Councillor going back to take the kick in for Southern Districts. She goes towards the outer side of the ground. Strong mark taken in front by Alexis Rowlands, and she chips wide round the outer side of the ground. Good work through the hands, and evading the tackle there is Brown. Brown kicks long down towards the goal square again. It's bouncing and bouncing, but bouncing through for another behind. So no goals and 7 behinds for Palmerston in the game tonight, and it's a bit of a tale of the contest really. Districts have been more efficient and made better use of their opportunities, and it's probably fair to say they've been the stronger side as well, but we've got a free kick here and it's going the way of Carly McDonald for Palmerston. She kicks it inside forward 50, just evades her teammate down there and picked up across half back by Harden. Elsie Harden's kick goes to the advantage of a teammate, and now they work the ball out towards the 50-metre line, but some tenacious work there, sees the ball bounce back in, and here's an opportunity for Niesner again on her knees. She stands up, picks the ball up, kicks the ball in towards the top of the goal square. It spills over the back. Players running onto it, trying to keep it in play. I think the ball's beaten them over the line, unfortunately, and it'll be a ball up once again. So a stoppage in the left forward pocket for Palmerston, as from the hit out it's gathered by Milkins, but she was under plenty of pressure, managed to get it to a teammate, but coming in taking a strong mark here is Baldwin for Palmerston. So Michaela Baldwin just taking her time, kicks long towards the goal square. Ball spills to the front. If they can get their hands on it, there's an opportunity. Picked up, snapshot towards goal by Parry, but goes across the face. And now another opportunity, and a kick in towards goal by Sarah Rankins, but just didn't have the elevation on it and got touched. Was probably on line, but got touched through. So another behind for Palmerston. And almost at the end of this round 3 game, and it's going to be a solid win for Southern Districts, but certainly some signs for Palmerston going forward as the siren sounds to end the game. Cheryl.
Yeah, well, there it is once again. Southern Districts 7-3, 45 to Palmerston 8 behinds. It's been a pleasure to host you this evening. My name is Cheryl Schmoder, and I was joined by Stu Davis. Stay tuned for the next game when Buffaloes and St Mary's meet again for under 18 boys later tonight.